Yellow Fox. We read what you don't want to.
Meet Joe. Joe is a 60-year-old retired man who we found shopping at Tempe Marketplace. We asked the simple question, what does he find difficult about downloading apps? And he completely opened up. Like for many, the advanced jargon he was asked to agree to and the terms and conditions almost totally put him off. He went as far as to say he sometimes doesn't download apps because of this. Other words he used when describing the experience were unsure and intimidated. One might say this fear is irrational and only held by people who didn't grow up with smartphones, but all but one of the people we interviewed admitted that they should read or at least know what the apps do with their information. We're Yellow Fox, and we're developing a huge solution to this ongoing problem.
And this is how Joe's gonna do it. When entering the app, Joe will type the name of the application or the website URL and then click continue. After that, Joe is going to review the key points of the terms and conditions of the app he wants to download, click on a checkbox if he's interested in being directed to the specific paragraph where it is located, and then click continue. This is an example of what will happen when Joe clicks a checkbox. Yellow Fox will highlight the most important stuff in the agreement. Here, Joe will be given the option if he wants to continue with the download of the application, and if he does, then he will be directed to the App Store or Google Play, or if not, we can show him similar applications to the one he was trying to download.
We currently have no real competitors at this point in time for our product. There are three aspects that separate us from the status quo. Our product is able to simplify important statements from the terms and conditions. Our product is also able to direct you to specific paragraph where you found the information. Lastly, the app is able to highlight crucial sentences that a user should be informed about.
Now, of course, this product is of little use to us without a means of being able to monetize it. We have two main models that work independent of one another. The first model is such that when our app gains enough exposure, companies will pay us based upon the traffic we send to their download page. As previously mentioned, when an app isn't deemed information safe, we will suggest other apps with more or less the same functionality that are. These suggested apps are the ones being referred to. The second business model includes the selling of our API license, or base code basically, to be used in other applications. An example of this would be to simplify personal contracts and some other third-party application that someone else wants to develop.
This is how someone like Joe will hear about us. Our marketing techniques will consist of advertisements in transportation vehicles, outdoor signs in subway stations, billboards, and street posters.
The following histogram shows the age demographic of the people we interviewed. After some external research, a Deloitte study shows that 97% of the people in the group between 18 and 34 accept terms and agreements without reading but know they should. These findings were consistent with the interviews that we conducted. That 97% makes up over 70 million people in the US alone who could benefit from our app. Furthermore, older people like Joe who do read and are deterred by it will have alternate apps provided to them, adding to the demographic of smartphone users.
This is our timeline of what we've done until today, as well as our plans for the future. On January 30th, we realized the idea that we think people faced. On February 10th, we performed the interview process, and this is where we confirmed the notion that people don't feel comfortable with terms and agreements. On February 20th, we started developing our solution, and now we're here today with 72 interviews. Our plans for the future: on June 1st, we will start advertising. On June 24th, it will be the app rollout as well as the release API.
For our business model, we ask that you invest $1,000, $150 will be used for the app development, and $850 will be used for advertising our product. Our consumers need to be aware that our product exists, which is why we're investing more in marketing. Most of our marketing will be made through transportation and outdoor signs, such as billboards, street posters, or subway stations.
Our team is composed of Juliet, which is the project manager and the hipster. She makes sure we are all on task and will make the final product look good. Josie, which is the hacker and will program the application. Marcello, which is the hustler as well as me, Yu Hao. We both deal with the marketing and business aspects.